Hello and welcome to another episode of A Better Life. I tell you what, I'm Dr. Fry, and this week is so exciting. I can't wait to get into the show because I've got some people that really can help you have a better life, including some people here from the office of Mayor Kip Holden. So we're going to get into that in just a second, but I do want to refresh everybody about a story you saw a few weeks back about a lady over in Denham Springs that neighbors say that she was using her Christmas lights to voice her opinion, and a lot of people thought it was in distaste. Now, I followed the story and watched as the ACLU provided even a lady with blue hair has the constitutional right to self-expression. But I ask you, did she miss what Christmas is all about? We as Christians need to reach out to everyone and mentor these young people to a better life. So here's your chance. Email me your story with proof of bad apples in Baton Rouge. What is a bad apple? Well, it may be a contractor who didn't finish the job, or an auto repair shop that took you to the cleaners, or a city fine that you proved unjust. Let's all work together for a better life by sharing our stories that help protect our families. So, the new episode is going to be called Bad Apples in Baton Rouge. We'll look forward to seeing your stories right here. Now, with me right now is a lady by the name of Paula Diddy. Did I get that right? Roddy. Paula Roddy, P. Diddy. I got that wrong. Okay, that's right. You're not a singer. You're with the mayor's office, and you are with the Economic Development?
Human Development and Services.
What exactly does that office do in the city of Baton Rouge?
Well, the Division of Human Development and Services is under the Mayor President's office, and we have 5 programs: the Office of Social Services, the Head Start program, the Early Head Start program, the Ryan White HIV/AIDS program, as well as the Workforce Investment Act program.
Let's talk about the Head Start programs. What's the difference between Head Start and Early Head Start?
The Early Head Start program starts actually with expectant mothers. So we work with the mothers with prenatal care. We have a nurse that goes out and assists them with nutrition and making sure they're making their doctor's visits. And once the mother delivers, we work with the mother and the child to make sure the child is receiving the proper nutrition and vaccinations and doctor visits. When the child turns 6 months old, they transition into our Early Head Start Center program, and then they stay in that particular program until they turn 3. And when they turn 3, they go into the regular Head Start program, which is for 3 and 4-year-olds. And we have a preschool curriculum that we follow. All of our teachers are qualified. We provide a nutritious breakfast, lunch, and snack every day. We also do health screenings, vision, dental, mental health services. We provide doctor's visits. We do lead testing. And some of our centers, we also provide transportation. So we actually give the children a head start before they go into kindergarten.
Do you find that parents or mothers that is their second child or third child, they still need this supervision?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You never can stop learning the technology and new ways of doing things. When we were older, we actually put children on their stomachs when they're slept, but now we know we have to put children on their backs to avoid SIDS and things like that. So it's ever evolving, ever changing, and we try to keep up with all the new regulations that come down to make sure we are giving all of these children a healthy start and they have all the services and nutritional education and educational services that they need.
It's kind of funny, a lot of people will get a new cell phone every other year, just stay up on the technology, and they don't relate that to life. I mean, in life, taking care of prenatal care, it changes so rapidly.
Correct.
The technology and what they're able to do, and you're educating people to that new technology.
Yes, that's true. And we also offer parenting skills to our parents. We have fatherhood initiatives. We also see that a lot of grandparents are raising their grandchildren now, so we have special initiatives that just deal with grandparents as well.
How much has that grown? Have we seen a large growth in that in the last 10 years?
Large growth. We actually have a grandparent group that meets every month at our main office, and we bring in people in the community to help grandparents, because raising a child in 2012 is not the same as raising a child back in the 1960s. It's a lot of times these grandparents have gotten out of the groove of raising children because there's so many more issues that are facing them. So we've definitely seen this grow exponentially.
All right. What was the age program that you're offering?
Early Head Start, again, begins with expectant mothers, and it goes through 6 months, and then they transition into our center. And then the regular Head Start program is for 3 and 4-year-olds.
No, I'm at the HIV.
The Ryan White. Right,
yes.
the Ryan White program, that's a federally funded program. We deal with persons who have either HIV or AIDS, and it's for people who either have no insurance or they're underinsured. We offer case management services. We actually work with providers in the community. We have contractors who provide direct services to these clients, and we provide physician services, oral health services, transportation to their medical providers if they need it. And again, it's for those who either have no insurance or they're underinsured. And again, completely funded by the Ryan White federal program.
Isn't that fantastic?
Yes.
And so many people don't reach out for public help. They're either ashamed or they're afraid that it doesn't exist. And it's wonderful that you're taking the time to spread the word about this. What are the other two programs you mentioned?
The other program, which is a big program, is the Office of Social Services, and we have several sub-programs under that program. The first one is the Community Services Block Grant, where it's income eligible, and we actually provide mortgage and rental assistance to persons who are either behind on their mortgage or rent payments, or if they have an eviction notice. The second sub-program is the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, and we provide utility payments to persons who are either behind in their utility bills or they have a disconnect notice. So we have a crisis fund and a non-crisis fund.
And you've seen a lot of this.
Oh, absolutely.
In the last 10 years, 5 years especially.
East Baton Rouge Parish, I've been with this program for 5 years, and our funding source looks at the redistribution of the money across the state, and if there's an area that's not really spending the way they should, they will redistribute the money to an area that's really spending their money. And for 5 years, East Baton Rouge Parish has gotten 2 and 3 pots of money in addition to our regular allocation, and we've been able to spend it always before our deadline because we have such a tremendous need in our parish.
What type of things do you actually help people with on that?
We pay their utility bills for them.
Pay them.
We actually pay DEMCO or Entergy. We'll make that pledge for them.
We're going to continue with you. There's a lot of information that the mayor's office wants to get out. She deserves to be on another segment, so we're going to come back with our guest from the mayor's office about all these different programs that are available to you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. "2012 is an exciting year in broadcasting. WLFT has been bringing you the best in religious and family programming for over 10 years. Your new digital television allows you to do a lot more, including gaming, internet, and there's over 20 free TV stations you can now pick up over the air. Soon there'll be over 30 channels here in Baton Rouge, so mark the first of each calendar month to rescan your TV. Lots of free entertainment. Rescan Baton Rouge. Welcome back to A Better Life. I'm Dr. Fry, and of course with me is Paula Roddy. And Paula Roddy is a wonderful person from the mayor's office, and she is with the Division of Human Development and Services. And first, before I jump back in with her, I want to thank a sponsor of the show, Billy Ann's Flowers, for the beautiful floral arrangements you see behind me, of course, and they were also provided on the mayor's show. Just absolutely beautiful stuff. And if you'd like more information about them, you can contact us, of course, here at the station. They're located in Baker. Remember, flowers say it all. So call Debbie or Mike at Billy Ann's, located in Baker, and send someone some flowers today. All right, let's get back to Paula Roddy. See, I didn't have to look at you and ask your name this time. I'm getting better. And I've got papers in front of me because, folks, you need to pay attention. This is really important stuff. And one of the things we didn't even talk about is the OSS. No, we talked about OSS. I saw it in here. Just a second. I got to find this. It was about starting Workforce Investment Act. We didn't talk about that, did we?
No, sir.
All right. Tell me what that offers.
Sure. The Workforce Investment Act program actually deals with persons who are either unemployed or underemployed. If you're unemployed, you can come there and they will assist you in a job search. Also, you can get unemployment benefits through that agency. And if you are underemployed, they also provide training programs for persons who want to move up or change jobs.
Wow. What a great program. All right, is there anything that you left out in the other segment you want to talk to us about in any of these programs?
Sure. We also have the commodity food program. We partner with the Food Bank of Baton Rouge, and we provide commodity food staple items to eligible clients 4 times a year. And we also have a food pantry in our main office. If a person comes in there in a crisis situation, we can actually box up groceries for them at the main office. And the last program I wanted to talk about was the housing opportunities for persons with AIDS. We have clients that come in and we actually provide mortgage and rental assistance and utility payments to persons who just have HIV and AIDS. That's a special pot of money just for that population. So
they have
we're kind of the best kept secret.
People that have contracted that disease face so many challenges, and it's so hard for them. Everybody always tied it to the gay community, and a lot of people have problems, but it's way beyond that.
It's beyond that.
It's way beyond. But the biggest problem is they really get outcast, and they need assistance, or else they're on the street, and it causes everybody problems.
And in fact, tomorrow is World AIDS Day. They have several events going on around Baton Rouge. The mayor proclaimed tomorrow is World AIDS Day in Baton Rouge, but it is World AIDS Day across the nation. It
will already happen by the time they saw this, but maybe they'll get involved next year.
Great.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to be back with another guest from Delta College and find out exactly what all they've got to offer that will give you a better life. Thanks again for being on. We'll be right back.
Promoting your business in these competitive times can be tough. You need to use everything possible to stand out in the crowd. Your vehicle is an asset most companies overlook when advertising. Now you can promote just like major companies by wrapping your vehicle with eye-catching graphics. Frogskin Graphics wraps boats, cars, trucks, and buildings. No job too large or small. Full-color banners, window graphics, and signs designed, printed, and installed by professionals. 683-9595.
Hello and welcome back to A Better Life. I'll tell you what, having a better life in today's economy and today's challenges gets pretty dadgum tough. In a second, you're going to find out about a college located right here in Baton Rouge that can help you achieve a better life. But before I get to that, I want to remind you that we are running a Christmas contest. That's why I'm dressed in red and white. That's right, we're in the festive mood here, looking for the best nativity scene. What have you got? Have you got one that you hand painted like we have on the set? Or do you have a big inflatable that you bought at Uncle Buck's? We want to see a picture of it, so email me. No, I've got a second thought. You're going to send it to Win It. That's it, iwin@WLFT.com. iwin@WLFT.com. And what will you win? How about dinner for 2 at Ruth Chris Steakhouse? Yeah, that's a decent prize. Speaking of decent people, I got a man with me right now that I want to introduce it with Delta College. What's your first name again?
Billy Clark.
Billy Clark. Billy, how long have you been with Delta College?
Since I was 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah, second generation.
Mom abandoned you and just left you there, or what?
Yeah.
It sounds like a family-owned business. Tell us the story.
Yeah, my dad was a high school dropout, joined the military, and long story short, went through lots of education and training to be in business ed was his major. So he was a business education instructor at a high school. Went into textbook sales, and as a textbook salesman, he visited all of the vocational schools, high schools, and Louisiana technical colleges in the state. And after about 4 years of that, he decided he could run a school better than most of those people. and so the rest, we say, is history.
It's history.
Yes, sir.
So what all does Delta College offer?
We have a variety of programs. Our most popular program is our practical nursing program, otherwise known as an LPN. Like I said, that is our most popular program.
It's a big field. I mean, is it becoming specialized in the LPNs? Is still pretty well traditional. I mean, the same classes we had 15 years ago, as far as except with new technology.
Right. The classes are the same. You know, anatomy and physiology doesn't change that much.
Right.
But so just different methods. You know, students are different than they were a generation ago.
You have a huge opening for that. I mean, there's just a ton of people wanting to hire people in the medical field all across the United States. What are you seeing in Louisiana? Is there still a great need for LPNs?
There is. Most of our LPNs, the vast majority of them, pass their licensure and are employed before they finish taking their licensure exam.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's still a great need for them out there.
You work with a lot of the local hospitals and stuff as far as placement?
We do, but smaller facilities. You know, the larger hospitals such as Woman's only employs RNs. So, but all the other facilities in town do use LPNs, and so they're in the specialty hospitals, the neurosurgery units, and a lot of long-term care facilities.
Right. It's the huge need, especially as all of us are getting older. We're needing more and more help.
I'm not.
You're not there
I'm
yet.
getting older.
Right.
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. Tell me a little bit more about the school. Other things that they offer, other than just nursing.
Yeah, a lot of allied health, medical assistant, dental assistant. We offer billing and coding classes, and then at our sister campus on the other side of town, Medical Training College, we have a massage therapy program. So
Let's jump back to coding. I mean, that's something they. I know people out there watching went into Dart's office, received their bills, never got the insurance claim done right, and wonder who to call, and then they call back and they get that person that says, well, the coding was wrong. People don't understand that is a key to everything working in a doctor's office, and there's a huge demand for people with brains that want to learn that to go to work, and they make really good money. What's the starting pay for a person that has a degree in coding?
Well, first of all, we're not a degree program. We're short term, so
right.
You will get the skills you need for billing and coding in
to
about
get the
7.5 months.
I got you.
And within that 7.5 months, you're going to get 6 weeks worth of on-the-job training. So once you finish all your education, we're going to find you a place to go try what you learn and actually do the job that you've been trained to do. And then, you know, if that works out, a lot of times you stay there. They will hire you and keep you. And starting pay is about $10 an hour. And
at least you're employed.
Yeah,
I mean,
it gets you started, and you know, all careers have to start somewhere.
That's right.
And
that's what Delta is all about, getting you started. What's the age group of people that you primarily are seeing today that are coming to Delta to go to start a career?
My average age is about 21, 22. I have students from 18 to 65.
And what do you feel the number one prerequisite is for a person to be successful at completing Delta? Do they need a GED in order, or a high school diploma to get into the school? Or are you seeing kids that have straightened out, still haven't got their GED, being able to be employed through your program? What do you see?
We do require a high school diploma for admission to any of our programs. The nursing program requires an entrance exam as well. But you know, I spend a lot of time trying to figure out why students don't make it, why we have dropouts. And so I asked my students that question. I said, you know, why did your fellow classmates not make it? And the answer I get more often than any answer I've ever heard was they didn't want it bad enough. You've got to have the right attitude. You have got to understand what you're getting into and want it. You know, it's, the key to success in anything is getting in, getting started, but having the desire to make that happen.
Okay, so let's recap. You do nursing, you do coding, everything to do with medical you do. Is there any other things that Delta College specializes in other than just medical field?
Yeah, we also do business and secretarial training, administrative assistant, and then graphic design is a popular program.
So graphic design, that gets into our business a little bit.
It does.
We're always looking for good graphic designers and people that can do cool little things on the screen and stuff. And it's a huge field. What exactly do you teach there? Is it Adobe in particular for programs that they teach?
Yeah, we use most all of the Adobe programs, the Photoshop, the Illustrator. We use freehand. We still have a little bit to do with Quark. I understand that you know, Adobe's kind of taken over that market, and we spend more time in Adobe than doing the others. But
Quark used to be huge, no doubt, but that shows our age again.
But it's still there.
That's true.
You can still find it. It's kind of like,
I guess in your business too, you've seen a huge shift in the technology as far as what computer to use. Because in the old days, if you're going to do graphic design, it was all Apple. And now I'm walking into more and more big design houses that are PC based.
Yeah, we train on both platforms. So we have the PCs that you will use for some of the Microsoft and products. We'll still do, oh man, I can't remember the title. Publisher, we'll work with Publisher just because if you go to work in a print shop or something where you receive artwork from a customer, you're going to get stuff from publishers. You better know how to deal with it.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's not our program of choice, as you know, the Adobe products are.
As we see more and more print houses go out of business, I mean, really, we've seen a big shift in that in the past, especially with newspapers and things of that nature. There still is a huge demand for good graphic designers and stuff on all the internet-based stuff. Are you into motion design and stuff of that nature too yet, or is it just strictly the beginning level of entry drawing?
We're looking at the animation things, the
After Effects and different.
And we experiment with it, but our goal is to get you the principles of design. You know, not everybody can use a program as a designer.
That's right.
And so we start with the design concepts first. You know, what's a proper typography for a certain type of ad?
Absolutely.
You know, and what makes an ad cluttered as opposed to free? What'll draw attention? You know, why do you have the icon on this side as opposed to on this side? You know, what that does to the person who sees it, how they, you know, how they read left to right or right to left or top to bottom. Where do you want that information to be seen and how you want it to get there?
That old saying, it's not the magician, or not the wand, it's the magician.
That's right. That's right. So we work with that, and then we get into the program and say, okay, now that you know how to design things, let's start designing them.
Right.
And most of our work is, I say print media, but it's visual media.
Sure.
But more the two-dimensional. You know, magazines, billboards, CD covers.
Well, whether or not they're actually printed on paper, they're still going to exist in the future.
That's right.
The knowledge. All right, I want to touch back a little bit about the family. You said you touched on it at the very beginning, but what was some of the first classes that he started teaching? And was your father or grandfather?
It was my dad.
It was your dad.
Yeah, it was all business and secretarial. We had key punch machines.
Wow.
We had PBX.
You want to explain to the audience what a key punch machine is?
I'm not sure I know anymore. Don't ask me about PBX. It has to do with Sarah on Green Acres,
there
I believe.
You go.
She was the PBX operator.
No doubt. So they started off in secretarial and helping people get jobs, typewriters and things of that nature. Back when the typewriter was a manual thing.
That's right. That's right. My dad swears he could type 77 words a minute on a manual typewriter.
There you go. There you go. I mean, that was the big thing in high school, man. We had to take typing tests, and unless you do 60 words per minute, you wasn't passing the class. So.
I know. I had an argument with my typing instructor about that in high school. I said it's a male-female thing, and you can't expect a guy to have the same dexterity skills that a female does. She didn't buy my argument.
She didn't buy it?
She didn't.
She still failed you, huh?
No, she whooped me into shape, and I got my speed up.
So when did he make the leap into the medical field?
When it became popular job opportunities. You know,
demand, supply and demand.
Back in the 70s, you know, if you were going to get a job, you had to have clerical skills. You know, as our nation changed and, you know, the medical profession began to grow, people required more employees with certain skill sets. And so that's where we moved into, you know, our first foray into the medical field was a nursing assistant. You know, nursing homes were screaming for people to work those shifts, and we no longer offer that. We're in the medical assistant field.
All right, real quick, I got about 15 seconds. Tell us how they contact you to find out more and where you're located at.
You can contact us via phone at 928-7770. Best place to find out about us is through our website. I've been told our website has way too much information on it, but it's there on purpose. I want you to know what you're looking at before you ever visit us.
I appreciate you being on the show. I hope people come and see you, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Definitely you can help people have a better life, and that's what the show's all about. So please remember, watch us again next time. Until then, have a Merry Christmas, douche and shopping, and remember, have a better life through Jesus Christ.